Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. The podcast so bad we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc Simmons17. Tonight we got three musketeers on the track. I'm gonna give the hot tag to my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, yes, sir. It's the guru of GRE, Zach Hendricks. Find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. Look up your mama's favorites at Country Air Official and Country Air Brand. And then I'm gonna pass it off to a man who's locally respected but internationally known. Here to rock the microphone.
That's how we're cutting promos from now on. We rapping now.
Yeah, buddy.
I love it.
Hard hitting
Love it.
hood rat.
Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, pound sign, celebrate pro wrestling, and waffles. Take it home podcast.
Waffles. How was the food hunt this weekend, fellas?
And I stopped at a good ice cream spot. It was out in Wisconsin this week. So I hit up some good ice cream at a place up in near Stevens Point,
Okay.
Marshfield. It was good, right across the street from a Dairy Queen, but it was a mom and pop ice cream shop. And I walked in and I was amazed by all the different sights and the smells, and they were making their own waffle cones back there. It was incredible. Uh, and the guy says, "See anything you like?" I said, "It all looks wonderful." Then he asked, "What would you like?" And I said, "Just some vanilla, please."
The old perch.
And maybe a scoop of the pecan. That was about as far as I was venturing. But it all did look wonderful. I wasn't lying, but I thought the guys probably like.
We'll just say you were overwhelmed by choice.
Yeah, I admire all the different ice creams and the flavors, but I really just love vanilla the best. And it was pecan parlane.
Oh,
Wow, it was almost like
pecan
apple pie,
pralines?
but yeah, it's something like that. I don't know, something.
Mm.
I just said the pecan one too because
Yeah,
it was a nice, basic, simple, butter
not
pecan. But yeah, it was like a pecan par something.
okay.
Damn good, and it mixed with the vanilla perfectly. Um, yeah, I was very satisfied. And then we hit up North Lake Inn for pizza the other day, and that's got the good garlic bread and good crust, like a Barbier's pizza down in South Milwaukee. Uh, North Lake Inn, up kind of by us, is good pizza, the best from the same lineage.
Oh yeah, everybody's in their pizza. I don't even I don't know if I had pizza. I feel like I had pizza this weekend because I did not eat a frozen pizza, but apparently we did not. But Zach, how was the food hunt?
It was good, except one. I'm going to have a first negative review on the food hunt here on the podcast. We're going to do a first.
Oh,
Uh, Attention wrestlers riding in my car. We are done with Wendy's. DONE,
oh
done.
no, Wendy's.
Bro, I've never had a good experience after a wrestling show going to Wendy's.
Well,
My
I guess I
food,
haven't
dog.
gone to a Wendy's after a wrestling show, so
Yes, and that's the reason why you don't do that. You go and eat it in the afternoon, have it throughout the daytime, but you don't do it after wrestling. It's
oh,
always the worst. Bro, I was in Detroit. I've never had them have me back up in the drive-thru. Can you pull forward while we make your? They say, can you back up while we make your order?
wow.
Like we're in the back. I'm like, wait, there's no other window. Where do we back up to? And then like this last time, the guy literally took our order one by one and slowly made our order, and then came to the next one and made the next order.
Mm.
And they are always out of the way. Like the venue we were at was next to a Popeyes, a Taco Bell, a Subway, and something else. All good foods.
Yeah.
We got out by 9:30. Everything's open. We drove out of the way to go to Wendy's. So I'm done driving out of the way for
Well,
Wendy's.
yeah, but yeah, if you get off at 9:30, you figure you got the time.
Yeah, go get Popeyes, bro.
I get it. I get it. It's like, well, we're off much earlier than we thought we were going to be. So,
But I'm gonna
Let's
bring this
see.
back to a positive note because that's the only negative. I don't want to bring negativity on this food thing. We had some Macs this weekend. I had a chicken bacon ranch Max. Val had the Memphis, which would be more of a Doc Simmons style, where it's barbecue brisket on top.
Yep.
So that's super good. Yep, frosting. And then we also got some quick trip muffins. And then in the morning, we missed out on the Embassy Suite breakfast. So we got some McDonald's breakfast. Val got a McGriddle, and I got a steak, egg, and bagel. So super good. I was just right before the podcast. We got it picked up now. We got a stuffed crust pizza in the car. We're about to go eat. So I'm trying to think of what else we had, if anything else. Taco Bell, always after ICW. It's like a classic.
Yeah. It's clutch. I always forget that that one's right there until I'm driving by it.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, this is highly convenient. And actually, unfortunately, I always forget how late Taco Bell is actually open. And
It's
because I
never
feel
unfortunate, bro, when you got Baja Blast on the fountain.
I also
Not an
feel like
unfortunate
every
thing.
every time we leave a show, it is just out of the way, like annoyingly just out of the way. Like from 01, like it's not on that main street. You got to go into that hotel parking lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like, I miss our chicken there. I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah. Like chicken
Please.
was right off like it was its own parking lot. You didn't have to go through
Now it's just
another
a parking
parking
lot.
lot that's on that street to get to it, you know. Um I got jealous that my friend had sliders and wings, so I had sliders and calamari at some point this weekend. Um remember that we're adults and can go to two restaurants if we wanted, so we went to Olive Garden for the calamari and where's he? Cheesecake for the sliders. Cheesecake Factory. Yeah. Yeah, that's where we
That's a
went.
nice combo.
Yes, yes, it was very good. Highly recommend. Always remember that you're an adult and you can have all the things that you want at the same time. You don't have to pick and choose. Um, like that was probably like the highlight of food. I don't really like I thought I had pizza but didn't have pizza. Um, went to Chipotle. I know that was clutch. You know, that's burritos are just my excuse for bulking, getting this quad bigger. So the more burritos, the better. Um,
Whatever helps. Watch OnlyFans.com/Roger Sack Henry Burritos.
you
We
know,
out.
like that's the thing. I should have been recording that content, but just eating these burritos for free for onlookers. It's not,
5.99.
that's not a good business practice.
You
Um,
just gotta help for 2 subscribers to eat one burrito from Chipotle.
Um, well, I don't know if we have any subscribers to it, but you should subscribe to the Take It Home podcast playlist where Perch gives us a banger of the week, like he's going to give us one right now.
Banger of the week this week. We had a lot of time to drive in up upstate Wisconsin, which was awesome. So I went back and played some old music that I loved from an era maybe 10, 11, 12 years ago. This week, the CD that I rocked was Bleachers and Wild Heart. Damn good CD, and that song is track one, followed by Roller Coaster. Yeah, that's a great CD, and the main guy from the band was from the band Fun, which was big a little bit before that era, and then this dude went on to make big time music on his own, and he's a like music producer, so he's been in the game for mega artists. This guy knows music, and this CD was uh was a
What
great
what
one
what
from
is
the
the
era.
song?
Wild Heart,
By Bleachers.
Bleachers.
What word? Oh, okay. I don't know. Let's see if I.
Yeah, the Strange Desire was the name of the CD, and I remember getting it back in yeah, 2014, 2015, right in that range.
Mm.
And uh, it captured a vibe, captured a sound, a good retro sound. And I think in the years that came after, it helped usher in this modern era of disco, straight
Yeah,
up. Um,
interesting.
I stopped listening to modern music around 2014, so it's
I
been a
was gonna
decade.
say, like, I think 2014 is about the time where I was exclusively listening to Big Crit. That sounds about right. Because I think it was he did his last big label album, and then he did his Revenge album, and I think 12 for 12 was in there. Um, the so we had the Kendrick diss everybody response finally. So I think I might have been exclusively listening to Big Crit in those 2 years.
Yeah, this would definitely a great CD to listen to. Um, I think a couple of the songs you may have heard throughout the random radio player or at a
'Cause I
store or
think
something.
I might have like finally heard somebody I used to know like a month before they won the Grammy in that time period. 'Cause I feel like that was in that time period.
uh,
Yeah, I think it was just Big Crit and Freddie Gibbs. That was it. I was listening to two people at the time because yeah, music was in a weird place for me as well
it's
at the time.
a good era though.
Yeah, now that you go back and listen to it, and yeah, you're just amazed by like, yeah, you're like, yeah, that's old 10 years ago. It's like, yeah, this stuff was 10 years ago.
Hmm.
Like, somebody I used to know, like it was just the anniversary of them winning the Grammy with Prince presenting.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was just the anniversary like a couple days ago, and that's how I just like remembered. But all right, I'll leave that to listen to later. Um, let's get on the visual. What did we watch this week, fellas? Zach, why don't you start off?
Wrestling wise, I'm gonna be honest, not too much. I took a fat nap yesterday and woke up and it was 9:30. So I
Mm.
just raw. I gotta watch that tonight. Um, I seen highlights from TNA Rebellion. Super happy to see the Rascal steal our idea about going as the New Age Outlaws and X Pac.
It's like is that just the second time Trey has stolen from you, or is it the third?
I don't know, man. Trey needs to stay out. We need to get this match settled. He's gonna be mad when I steal his moveset. No, it's fine. No, it's cool though. So super dope, especially like Trey was Road Dog, which is like here.
You just
But
rubbing it in, just twisting that knife on you.
the gear was hot though. I'll give him credit. Gear was dope. Other than that, like trying to think of I really didn't watch much to be honest.
All right. Perch, what have you been watching?
The Monday Night Raw was pretty good. I enjoyed Roxanne Perez against Rhea Ripley and some good action, some good storytelling, especially towards the end of it. But a good match, just a couple of good wrestlers going at it. And Seth Rollins is calling the shots with Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker in there. And when Paulie went to Sami Zayn and came to him with that proposition, um, that was pretty cool. And said, we can move you out here, and then this is the option of what you get.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good option.
It was a damn good
That
option.
was a
I didn't see
good,
that
that's what
coming.
I was impressed with. I was like, oh.
I was like,
I
what? So
did
he
like
hates the
the
guy? Oh,
I,
wait. Oh, okay. He
Like,
respects the
this
guy.
is yeah, all right. Like if that's like like that's not running, Sammy.
I know it was funny. It was
Like that's
like,
just
oh, he
logic.
fears
And
him.
like, oh, okay. Well,
He fears him. Oh, wait. No, he doesn't like him. Wait, he respects him.
yeah. Like that's like,
it was wonderful. It was
I mean,
just
if you
a
think about it,
couple
it's like,
minute thing.
hey, you were gonna come after me anyway. I'm the champion. I'll
Uh,
get you a championship shot.
yeah, Yeah, it was good. It was well done. Just for the couple minutes, it was just well laid out. It was wonderful. And I also watched. I've never interested at all about NFL draft. I
Oh,
love the games when the football season starts to when it break ends in a heartbreak. I'm in it all the way. But the draft, nah. But this year it
that's
was in,
actually kind of surprising because you're so positive, and the draft is the most positive
yeah,
couple
no
nights in
interest.
the NFL.
College football, all that jazz, nah, nah. But when you make it, I'm all for rookies in the NFL. But yeah, I don't enjoy that at all. Um, However, this year it was in Green Bay,
Yeah.
so they showed a bunch of shots of Lambeau, and it was night one, and the pack was drafting 23rd. So it's always cool to see who they get or what they do. Um, but no, I never know any of the players or have any vested interest, and it's all just speculation.
Yeah.
So this year, our president of the team cut a killer promo. He was an ex-player, and now he's been running the team as the president for a while, and his term is almost up. But Mark Murphy cut a great promo and right in Green Bay and said, we're the 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers for the first time
I
since
mean, yeah,
2002.
yeah,
Oh, it
he
was
knew what he was doing.
killer.
He
He
knew what
knew
he
what
was
he
Oh,
was doing. It
dude,
was an awesome promo.
we got home like just in time for that pick for that draft pick, and Jack had a draft party over. They had wings and a bunch of stuff, but all those boys were on the edge of their seat yelling that gold. Like I don't know the guy's name.
Did
Yeah,
they
Don't.
Matt
enjoy it? Because
Golden.
I saw the guy, they were showing him
Oh,
earlier in the
they
night, and he's all blinged out with necklace and glasses. Like, that guy looks pretty cool.
They were that
These.
Jack's very smart when it comes to football, and Jack was yelling that guy's name before they even announced it. Jack was like, "We better get so and so. We better get so and so." When they announced it, like you would have thought we won the super. You guys won the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say we because I like Seth Rollins coming out and healing it up in Lambeau.
Yeah, he cut a good heel promo the next day. That was awesome. But the total baby face right before the night before, and yeah, we could feel it. The whole state loved it. It got me fired up because it was a moment, and all it was our guy going up there and picking. But I guess that pick was pretty sweet. First time since 2002, and Javon Walker was pretty good in '02, all the way
Especially
to
you're a fan of storytelling. You should be watching the draft. The draft is always a story.
yeah, it is, but too many people to pay attention to, and colleges, I don't like seeing college highlights at all. No interest. I like when the grown men have some drama in their lives and you have to get acclimated with the 15-year vet lineman who is now your teammate. I like that style of football. Uh, But the draft this year, that moment was sweet. The whole state could feel it.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
The draft was fun. I am very happy with the Giants draft. It was a roller coaster. That was probably the best draft we've had under Joe Shane. Still not going to forgive him for letting Saquon go and signing DJ instead. He's like, people don't forget. Uh,
Ah,
but no, yeah, freaking Abdul Carter, you talking about Matt Golden being blinged out. Abdul Carter, he was young, these young boys, man. He was looking good. He was looking good. Had the iced out grill, iced out chain, wearing sunglasses inside. I see you, boy. It was good. It was good. The draft was fun. Draft was fun. It was, yeah, Matt Golden falling to y'all was a surprise. And that's why I said, like, yeah, there's like you don't have to know too much about the draft to get excited about it. If you just like watch ESPN the month leading into it and just, see how things go. Like, with the Giants, Jackson Dart only became a thing really in like the last 2 weeks. Where people were like, hey, a lot of teams are thinking about this guy. And then yeah, we made the trade back into the first to get him. didn't give up a lot. It's like certainly a lot less than the trade after us. So yeah, I was very happy with the Giants draft. I am ready to be hurt again. As I unfortunately have some hope. Cam Scatterbo, great pickup. Darius Alexander, great pickup. Abdul Carter, that was if Travis Hunter wasn't there, that's who I wanted. He went the pick before. But yeah, I was happy with the Giants draft. Wrestling wise, yeah, Raw was good. The women's stuff, really enjoying that. Like I said, I think like Io winning was the big surprise of WrestleMania. It just it felt like one of those things. Like they did a good job of presenting it like it was all about Rhea and Bianca, and that being the downfall. Seth and Braun Breaker. I don't know how I feel about Braun Breaker in a suit. Um, I don't know, and I don't know about his tan job either. Uh, him and Max or MJF seem to be competing on who can look the most ridiculous with their tans. AEW last week was also really good. I know we had maybe a sad person in Perch as Moxley got choked out by Samoa Joe.
Yeah, he played the role that night, and it gave the fans a good feel good moment with Coach P in there. It was cool, but Mox had to be the big the dragon that got slayed that night.
Super happy Stokely Hathaway is back because I had literally just been thinking about it like maybe 2 weeks ago. Like, damn, I miss Stokely. And him with FTR, I feel, is going to be some of the most entertaining tag team wrestling we're about to see. FTR is hilarious when they want to be. So I think that combination might be one of the funnier things we see. Uh, Speedball and Kevin Knight versus the Bucks. Bucks uh, took their time off well. They have been on fire since they've come back and have been a bunch of jerks that we don't like to see. And Speedball has been an awesome babyface um, in AEW, and it's as guys who have been lucky enough to learn a little something from him, it's good to see that it works and that it's getting over, and the fans are buying into it. Uh oh, Josh Alexander, and Takeshita versus Brody
Yeah,
King and Will Ospreay. Um, I was like, I didn't know how to feel about Josh Alexander's debut in the Owen, but everything since that bell rang has been money. Like since that second bell rang and that match was over, everything since then has been money. Um, I love him with the Don Callis family. I love all the Don Callis cosplayers. That is hilarious every time. Konosuke Takeshita, still probably one of the best in the world. It is only a matter of time before he's world champion. Um, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, that was really good. Uh, love seeing Jamie Hayter back. Chris Statlander is awesome. Tony Storm still hilarious and one of the best characters in wrestling. Yeah, it's just a really good weekend. I unfortunately have not watched the TLC match, but I did see WWE uploaded the full match just on their YouTube channel. Probably gonna check that out. Probably a little later tonight, but yeah, lots of good TV, lots of good wrestling on. And yeah, the draft was awesome. Like draft is the most hopeful 3 days of the NFL before you start getting sad. Everybody feels great, feels like they're the offseason champs after the draft. Even Bears had a solid draft. I'm very happy with the Giants draft. And then yeah, Matt Golden falling to the Packers was unexpected. It's a weird thing where it doesn't feel like there was that too many reaches, but people still going later than you thought they would. But It's a good weekend. And continuing on with that good weekend, why don't we talk about what y'all were up to? Perch, you kind of alluded. You were home for a little bit, but what were you up to?
Yeah, this was a fun weekend. Went back to ICW Milwaukee, which was a blast. Such a fun show. Got to work with TAU against Moondog, Maurice, who has
I was gonna
gone
say this is your
corporate.
yeah, I was gonna say this is your first time seeing corporate Moondog.
Yeah, corporate Moondog. That was great.
He gave his soul to
Uh,
the rock, man. He-
oh man, it was funny. Um, did a great job. Uh, always loved working with him. Someone who I've seen just sporadically throughout the years, and just a good-hearted person. And to see him taking on TAU, uh, sorry, Moondog, but
He's
definitely
like,
stacked.
Perch is the number one TAU stan. He's the original. If they,
So,
if there are a million TAU fans, Perch is one of many. If there is one TAU fan, it is Perch. If there is no TAU fans, Perch has died.
yeah, so they definitely they didn't Moondog Jacks didn't come out victorious. It was TAU. They keep the titles. They're still rocking it. Great to be there though. The whole ICW crew. Uh, Fun to be a part of it and to see so many people that we've trained with from day one, and some people that are from a newer generation, but we've also known from early on. Yeah, it was a blast. And then the next match I had was really all of that combined with uh, Jack Sirius and CJ and Juan and Big Bear Oso and Troy Walters. Um, yeah, it was fun. A cool match with everybody. Um, and oh yeah, Keyshawn in there too. Um, some good size, good people in a gauntlet match. So it was like multiple matches all in one.
Perch, Dis does love a gauntlet match.
Yeah, good gauntlet. Um, and lots of pins. By the end of it, um, yeah, Jack Series lost his title. Wild. Didn't see it coming. And I was the one who was in there. I couldn't sway it. It happened before I even knew it.
Like
No heel
after
perch.
TAU, Perch is the biggest Jack Serious fan.
No heel perch on that night. Kept it fair and square right down the middle.
He thought he was kicking out.
Could have for
He-
sure he had a kick out in him. Come on. All that training. Oh, too funny, but such a blast. Great to be in there with everybody. Um, and then the next day, ended up going up to Frontline Pro, which was in Marshfield, Wisconsin. So another mixture of people who I haven't seen for years. Some people who are fans who are now grown-ups. Um, some people who are wrestlers, but now they've changed characters and you can hardly recognize. A little bit of everything, and some people who I've never met before. Um, but yeah, it was a blast. First match I had was Jay Leon against uh, Disco Ray.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got to meet Disco Ray for the first time.
He's cool, dude.
Um, yeah, he had that crowd grooving, and he was dancing. It was pretty damn cool. Um, and good old Ben was in there too, uh, going by Ben Evanson now. uh, as I just remember the wedding from the Knights of Columbus. Some things you don't forget. Uh, Next match was Joey Jett and Ben Manthey against the Rapture. Um, and anytime you get to work with Joey Jett, especially up north Wisconsin, just harkens back to the earliest days of pro wrestling for me. Great time. Um, and then the match for the championship out there was Josh Price defending his championship against Tyson Maddox. Uh, Good size in that match. Both
Yeah,
big guys and fun match that could have taken place at any year in any state, any kind of pro wrestling on any card. Those
Josh is
guys
a
put
good
on,
homie, and he's really good.
yeah, yeah, he put on a really good match and just fun from the entrance all the way through. You can tell an old school worker.
Yeah,
Josh Price, good old school worker.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, I maybe worked with him a while back, or at least shared the locker room with him a while back.
I've
Good chance.
I wrestled him in Minnesota one time for when Doc first had his heel match.
Danny Duggan. Danny Duggan. Did you work for Danny Duggan
Yeah,
ever? Because
MEW.
Oh, sure, probably
I think
MAW
Doc
years
sure,
tagged
ago.
him
yeah,
Matt Blue that
MAW,
night
yeah.
against the like the Gladiator guys, the Viking
Yeah,
dudes.
Crixus and Leonidas.
Yep.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Yep, was probably definitely yeah. We could probably
I
check
worked
the
at
archives here from
Yeah,
MAW
find a
shows that I
picture.
worked.
I definitely think, yeah, I worked Price that night because I think after the match, we and him were supposed to be set up as a tag team up there. Then the shows never happened.
Yeah, yep, yep, that's what it was. Wrestling.
Yeah, yeah, and good wrestler, cool dude. One of those
Oh
people
yeah.
that when you work uh, a new show, you haven't worked frontline pro in many years. Um, but when you walk into a locker room that is fresh, and you meet someone like that, it's just a good person.
Yeah.
Makes you feel right at home, no matter where you're at in the world. You get those kinds of people in the locker room, and they make you feel right at home, as we should, because we're all in this together on a team.
Zach, how was your weekend?
Yeah, I mean, ICW as well for Friday. Me and the Marman went 2-on-2 against Big F and Luke, and guess who showed up?
Oh, I saw it. It was a very big surprise, actually.
Yeah, Yanni did show up. We had a fans bring the weapons match, and some of the fans are weird. One person had a firework head, and that did not feel great.
Like, I
Uh,
just want to let you
a
know
lot of
about
fans
that.
were,
Mr.
I
Hendricks
got a
takes
lot
that
of,
very personally.
yeah, there's a lot of fans like I think I got a lot of respect for the fans that night because took a lot of crazy shit, and they all were like, I didn't realize like how hardcore you're gonna get tonight, and I responded with, neither did I. Like I thought
That
I was
was not
doing
the
it
plan,
on
you
crutch.
assholes.
Yeah, yo, I'm like lucky, but that wood table was close to like penetrating my nipple. Like that, like I ain't even lying. Like I posted the battle scars and it was like not to show off or nothing. It was legit to be like, yo, like I remember like that. My nipple was like sliced.
Mm.
It was bleeding. My knees all cut up. Thanks to Orm Fight, who's now the new ICW World's Heavyweight Champion. Which I mean everything's just coming full circle. There's Perch is talking about the gauntlet match. Did you see the main event for ICW next month?
No.
A fatal four-way, 30-minute Iron Man match where it's going to be contested under a four-way rule where two people are legal. Then with 5 minutes left, it'll end up being a scramble where every guy can go. Whoever has the most pins or submissions after that is now the Midwest champion.
Oh,
That's a wild one.
man, that's an
And then
interesting setup for a match.
And then we have the rematch of the 420 Classic Part 1, where I will wrestle Yanni in a number one contenders match. So basically, I will become number one contender by a no show again.
Like like Yachty got to get those wins back.
I
Like
mean, what
he's
wins?
making it look too easy for you.
I mean, it'll end in a minute regardless.
Yeah.
But after ICW, picked up myself and rode to St. Paul, Minnesota, where I made my debut for Pro Wrestling Battleground. And I wrestled one half of TAU, the Hmong assassin himself, Wah Meng.
Hell
And
yeah.
me and Wah, we had a great match. Had some fun stuff. Pulled some new tricks out of out of the bag. Got some cool new kicks that I think Doc's gonna like figuring out combos for. Uh, Unfortunately, all those drunk college kids were very distracting, and Wah got lucky, and Wah got the W.
Mm.
I don't know what he hit me with. It was like a Suki bomb or something, but it was effective.
Okay. Well, oh, Wall's got new things. Okay.
Yeah, well, I got some new tricks. It was like a crucifix bomb type deal, but like set up like a pump handle slam type deal. I just like
Okay.
it was good. I was he has the clip, so yeah, definitely tell him to send you the match. But it was definitely a fun match, fun debut. It was definitely like what Perch talked about with Frontline. Like I showed up to the locker room, first time being at Pro Wrestling Battleground, but like so many familiar faces. Mr. Bill Williams was there. I saw they had Jordan. He does some second wrestling. He's like the time bomb world champ.
Yep.
Who else is there? Ryan Cruz. Laura was there. Um, what's his name? Shane Blackwell was there. Like Kyle Pro, a bunch of good homies, and like even what's his name? Paul from the Northern Force. They were
Oh,
going to
okay.
be a tag team, bro. Yeah, and like everyone, it was like you haven't seen these people in a while, but like everyone, like kind of like it was just like seeing them, like no big deal. Everyone was like, "Oh, just talk to them," like it was no big, like it was like we saw each other the other day. Shout out to Sebastian Taylor too. I tagged with him my first time at ICW pre-show. We lost to the Caribbeans. Me, him, and Levy Cruz. He was the scene. I don't know if you remember him, but
Mm-hmm.
he's like refing right now.
Yeah.
But he's a big Simpsons nerd like me. We follow these same pages on Facebook, so we were talking Simpsons, talking about all the new figures and all that. And then him and everyone like loved our loved the merch, loved the Simpsons merch. He was like, "Yo, you got Simpsons merch?" I'm like, "Yeah, we've been doing this for a while."
Yeah.
But
Did you see camera guy gimmick is getting into the figures too?
is he?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I actually just got some new figures yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed like our new boss. So, if you want to share some information and get us those title shots,
Yeah.
it could be that could be a way to go. Um I played video games and went to the
Did
gym.
you ever beat that game yet?
No, no.
The return is coming, bro. Like I feel like it takes so
I
long for
had
this
no. I'm
return to
gonna.
get like
I have been distracted by a new game, Monster Hunter. So I've been playing Monster Hunter a lot, and I played that a lot over the weekend. I don't remember if this weekend or the weekend before, but I did get a chance to play with one of my homies from back in the day, one of my high school homies. So that was fun. It's a good part about video games and social media. Still connect with people from back in the day. So that was fun. So yeah, I've been doing that. I have not been playing that game. I did play it recently, so I am inching ever closer to the finish. But yeah, Monster Hunter has kind of taken over my life. Um, Monster Hunter in the gym, that's all I do. So why don't we get into the topic for tonight? WWE brought Triple A last week, 2 weeks ago. We didn't really get a chance to talk about it. It was announced the morning of WrestleMania Night 1. And I just want to get everybody's thoughts on it, see how we're feeling. I think this is arguably bigger than WWE buying WCW. I mean, this is just like a whole shift in business practice, like with Vince. I don't think Vince would have ever bought AAA. He would just try to establish, his luchador superhero, his next Ray. He would always try to probably do that. AAA is a company with, what is it now? 50 years of tradition and history and like 50, 40 years. Like this is a huge move by WWE. What do you think, Zach?
I mean, I think it's great. I do agree it's probably bigger than WCW, and mostly because with WCW, Vince bought that just to end it.
Yeah.
Where this is more about to like now expand and like yeah, back in the day, Vince would just done like he would just had Triple H do NXT Mexico.
Go, yeah, NXT Mexico or see what wrestlers he can sign to just get eyes away from AAA.
Yeah, like Vikingo would have been signed just to get him away.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be great. I mean, you're gonna be able to see a bunch of new talents such as Vikingo and all them on W. Like hopefully we'll see them on WWE, and then vice versa. Like hopefully you'll see guys that are wanting to learn the lucha style go down to like AAA. Like they're going out to Noah. So like why can't we have like more NXT guys and even WWE guys like Chad Gable or something go out there and do their thing? I mean, could you
Yeah, that
imagine
does it
El
does seem they
Americano
are working on
Grande?
a mini excursion type idea with NXT. Because yeah, we've had so many of those guys go out to Noah now.
Oh yeah, so I think it'll be great. I mean, if it happens, let's get El Americano Grande his world championship in AAA that's been eluding him his whole career.
Because they blackballed him.
Yeah, I mean he can come back. So
Um,
I think
yeah.
it'll be great. I mean, it's awesome to see Penta kind of mention the Lucha Brothers. So
Yeah, that was good too. I forgot he did mention that when so it looks like yeah, we're gonna get that tag sooner rather than later.
oh yeah. I
Um
mean, I think, like I said, I think they wanted to establish both of them and let them both kind of like show off who they were first before they like did the inevitable and like, hey, we're gonna put you guys together because that was like probably the original plan. But it was probably like, hey, like Penta got to kind of show off who he was. Let's let Ray show off a little bit who he is first.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
guarantee you, in like when they have like the because I feel like they always do the mix up or the shake up like shortly after Mania.
Yeah, it
So I
does
could
feel
see
like
that
we
happen.
are in a draft eligible time,
Yeah.
especially with so many stories like starting over. This would just
Yeah, I mean, it's a kind of gets a fresh restart. I mean, obviously, like you might move Roman closer to Rollins so you can keep that going. I mean, granted, Roman kind of goes wherever he wants.
mm, yeah. Perch, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it was cool when it happened was right around the WrestleMania time. So Ray Phoenix was coming in and wrestling the
El
the Lucha
Grande?
El Grande, and
Well,
then
it does a luchador like legend, from my understanding. I'm just listening to what WWE tells me.
and Vikingo getting involved right there too.
Yep,
So
he
to see
did. That was interesting.
Vikingo in there on a WrestleMania scene was so damn cool. And Penta the day before with that walk on the back ramp, it
Yeah.
was so
Walk on the
cool.
table.
Oh, I loved it. Incredible. So to know that Ray, Ray, the legendary, Mysterio and Ray Phoenix and Penta and some of the best luchadors in the world are already, with WWE. It's cool that they've got one of the biggest, longest, most historic running lucha companies in the world.
Yeah,
Um, will they continue to get more companies from all over the world?
that is very interesting. It is.
Globalization. Is
Yep.
Noah gonna be bought up by them? And we'll
That's
see what's gonna happen. And
yep. That would be interesting because I mean I've talked about watching Noah. Like the biggest thing Noah
or
suffers
New Japan, holy smokes, watch them buy the big one,
like
and the whole landscape changes.
Noah seems more likely just because they already have the relationship. But I always say the only reason Noah suffers is it doesn't have the money. It doesn't have the production. Like the stories are
Hmm.
amazing. The wrestlers
Great
are
pro
great.
wrestling. Endo right now is in there with a good tag team, good
Yeah.
crew, good bad guys. Lots
So
of good people. Galeno Del Mal's got the a championship out there
yep,
too.
Delano, they love him out there. We've seen the success WWE guys have had out there. Um,
Hmm.
and Noah is an interesting one. I would we'll see. 'Cause, yeah, like
But
that's
yeah, it's a move, a big move. So it makes you think. Well, I wouldn't
what
be
else is
surprised
possible.
you wake up and hear something else the next day.
Yeah, yeah. It's like definitely, yeah, didn't expect to because I didn't even see it like when it first broke because it broke like night one of WrestleMania because I remember I went over to Zach's house and I said something and everybody had already heard it. Like, oh shit, this is
Yeah, they had on the pre-show like they had them all lined up like pretty much every like luchador like in WWE plus Vikingo.
no okay. It's
I
like
heard Alejandro Grande he was running late though.
like I am very intrigued to see what the crossover is like because no we I see the difference in the style Penta and Ray are working now that they're on WWE, which just makes me like more intrigued to see like, all right, how would Vikingo style change? Things like that. Like it's I'm curious now.
I,
Uh,
for one, am all for Vikingo style changing, and him having
I
a
know you
very,
would be.
very long
That's gonna be
career.
the first thing they do is
I've been there firsthand, and I've been there as the first line of communication after some of his moves, and I can say that I am so grateful that he was around a WWE ring because he deserves the best. He deserves the absolute best, and I can firsthand am so grateful to see him
yeah,
with
like
those
his
guys in those guys' care.
yes, it will be very interesting to see what is taken out. It's like or change. Like you don't have to do a 630. You can do a senton. It's fine. You can do a double
uh,
stop. You don't have to murder your head on the edge of the ring every match.
uh, I'm able to call his matches from all over coast to coast and all over the world, and I'm thankful to see him with those guys.
Like
Uh,
that's what made Perch happy. It's about them buying AAA. It's like, oh God, Vikingo will get to live.
yes, I was with the crew. I was with Gringo, and we saw it together. He said, "Oh, do you hear they got AAA? Yeah. Hey, look, there's Buck Kingo. Oh, cool, good. We're both oh good. Blessings."
Yep, yep. They're gonna keep him in the PC. Look, you ain't going nowhere. We see how you do when somebody takes their eye off you. So
uh,
yeah, I think it'll be good. I think, like I said, yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see just like how the styles mesh now that we've seen how they've changed Phoenix and Penta. So yeah, that's probably what I'm most excited for. But yeah, this is a huge move. Yeah, like I say, possibly bigger in significance than WCW. WCW was hemorrhaging money. Now, money wise, never know what's going on with AAA. Um, I have my issues with Dorian. I wonder how that relationship with him, Penta and Phoenix will work out. That's if we're gonna peel back the curtain, that's definitely the one I'm intrigued by. But I think overall this is good for wrestling. I know people are worried that the indies will die, but the indies aren't going to die. This isn't going to kill the indies. It's as much as I said, yeah, Noah needs a production, that also gives Noah a charm that it doesn't have like that. There's always going to be, style preferences and flavor preferences. So indies aren't going anywhere. Don't worry. As long as there are still people with dreams of becoming wrestlers, the indies ain't going nowhere. But why don't we end the talkie talk and talk about what we got coming up this weekend? I will be helping a friend move and be in the gym and playing video games. Perch, what you got coming up?
I will be out to Los Angeles for Game Changer Wrestling. Super excited to go back to LA. Should be a fun time.
All right. Zach, what do you got this weekend?
I currently got nothing, just a free weekend.
Oh, rest that body. But with that, I think it's time we take it home. So, Zach, any final thoughts or questions?
Uh, yeah, I saw a promo today that got me super excited. Besties in the world are back.
Oh,
Yeah, Fitcha, it was great, bro. It was such a funny return video. Fitcha was doing his pro jitsu,
hmm.
and then Vega was like talking. He's like, "This is what the fuck you been doing?" And they're just arguing. He's like, "What have you up to?" He's like, "I kind of been an asshole lately." And like they're going up against Fly Death, so that's a good matchup.
Okay.
But yeah, they're in the bestie jackets and everything, so no longer Grindhouse. The besties in the world are back.
Oh, nice, nice. At least for one
They
night.
better
Eh,
no.
eh.
They said the besties in the world are back.
Oh, okay.
That's what the promo said.
All right.
They said they called out what we've been talking about, how the indie tag division has been kind of lacking.
All right. Well,
So I mean they were on the shooters list, and yeah,
yep.
it's that got me a little
Funny that you
excited.
call out the tag team wrestling has been lacking when the shooters have been out of business for a little bit.
Yeah, like no, we were both just talking about that, and yeah, besties in the world. Hopefully it's not a one time thing. They said they're back. I'm taking it as literal. So, they had
We'll
the
take
jackets and
backs.
all.
All right. Nice. Yeah, them and Fly Def should be really good. Fly
Oh
Def
yeah.
has been where's that taking place at?
Uh, I forgot the promotion name, but it's in Texas.
It's in Texas. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
even better because yeah, Fly Def they've been dirty little heels lately down in Texas, or at least for reality of wrestling. Um, so we get to have good old fun besties, not jerk besties. So that should be good.
Oh yeah, they even reference like the how they want to be standing on top of a mountain and all that. So like, looking forward to seeing that. They bring back hopefully bring back the old song and everything.
Yeah, ready for that. Perch, any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, went back and watched damn good movie, a phenomenal one. A lot of people think of this series of movies and like it or don't like it. I don't know, but this movie's a masterpiece, and it was Star Wars Episode 3,
Oh,
an absolute gem.
did you
That
go to the
movie is
theaters to see it for
incredible.
the anniversary?
Yeah, I went to the theaters and saw it. Um, oh my God, is it so good? I couldn't tell you how many Star Wars movies there are, but to me, there's only one. I'll acknowledge the original ones, sure, but this movie standalone is so damn good. It's like going to a theme park and one roller coaster after another. The uh the moments and the tension that brews up with all the storylines and good action. Every actor is like a pretty well renowned actor. And Natalie Portman is Hayden Christensen's wife in the movie. Oh my God, it was heart wrenching, tear jerking, uh, every emotion, and also badass. The Emperor is the coolest character in all the movies. Um, General Grievous, holy smokes, dude. That character does not get any love. And that was like the scariest, coolest character I've ever
Well,
seen.
I don't know. Well, I'm guessing you haven't seen much Star Wars. So you
Mm,
have
nah, not too much.
so at
But General
least
Grievous, he earned it. That movie is all I need to see because it's a pure masterpiece.
yeah, I'll have to show you the badass. why we get to this point. Why we get to this point. Why nobody would like, yeah, he kind of gets jobbed down at the beginning, but nobody's upset because we had already loved him before this. I'll have to shoot you, see if I can find.
So many good characters, one
Yeah,
after another. And General Grievous with the limp and the cough.
yeah,
Oh, he was so scary, menacing.
yeah.
Then when it came time for go time, he was, you know, wielding four
Or
lightsabers
lightsabers.
that he
Yeah,
stole from all the guys that he took that he murked.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Some good stuff.
and then also Christopher Lee as Dooku, as
Yeah,
Dracula, the man with the golden gun, coming in right away. He doesn't even make it past the first quarter of that movie.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, just a puppet in the game for the Emperor. Um, yeah, as good of a movie as I've ever seen. Not my type of movie. Like someone says, "Oh, you like that movie? You'll like this." No,
Probably not.
this one is just something about it. All the characters. Yeah, amazing movie.
Yeah,
Couldn't wait to see it on a jumbotron.
episode 3 is the best of the prequel movies. A lot of people say it's the best story. The book is highly recommended by most Star Wars fans because it's just everything's more in.
When he fully turns, oh, the
Yeah,
way it's all being the the groundwork is being laid, the seeds are planted, the ideas are implanted.
yeah,
Yeah, when it finally turns, wow, that's intense.
yeah, yeah. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Star Wars done right is, yeah, some of the best stuff out there.
I had to sit in the back of the theater because I was standing, jumping, head in hands. I was seeing it for the first time, really, at least first time in 20 years. Um, yeah, wow, I was amazed.
Yeah, it's good. Kind of sad I missed that showing. I guess for me, I'll write off that. Yeah. Read and watch more Star Wars stuff. There's lots of good stuff out there. I will try to find the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars and show that to Perch, or at least the clips of General Grievous. Will probably be easier to find than than the specific episodes. But yeah, Grievous is great. Thrawn is my favorite Star Wars villain. Uh, I've heard Andor season 2 that just started has been pretty good. Um, I enjoyed Mandalorian season 1. I really want to watch Visions. Yeah, Star Wars. You ain't got to watch the just main 9 movies. Though there are some bangers in there as purchased rediscovered.
Rogue One was pretty cool too.
Yep, Rogue One is a great one.
Does that take place right after this one?
Not like right after, but yeah, it's the next one.
Yeah, it'd be the next
Timeline.
one. Yeah, they hit a sweet spot right in there.
Yeah. That's yeah, like the most yeah, some of the most interesting stuff is in that in between. It's always the in between that is it's not about the destination, it's about how you got there. You know, that's what it is.
But midway through this one, there's a scene where he rolls over in bed. Whoa, he's got a mechanical arm. Did, didn't realize that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That just yeah, he would just lost his arm in the last movie, so yep. All right. And yeah, and with that, it's time we take it home. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. One.